put photographs and video and a statement on Instagram.
It's powerful, it makes a difference, and it sends shocks, but the right kind of shocks. For example, I wanted people to be afraid to enable people like this in the music industry. I wanted people to really think about whose pockets they're putting money into.
Do you think the industry is responsible for what happened?
They're not responsible for what happened, but they're responsible for letting it continue to a margin and a scale that's left me pretty traumatized and scarred for the rest of my life. Had someone ever told him, even once, what you're doing is wrong, we wouldn't be where we are. They would rather continue on their way to making him a star and making...
What's good, my little community? Welcome back to another lovely, beautiful, sexy, amazing video with the equally lovely, equally beautiful, equally sexy, and equally amazing lit tie. You already know what time it is. Now let's go. Oh boy, oh, it is not looking good for Dr. Otto Octavian, also known as Octavian. Got you, like, they got you, you're on the news, you're on BBC, it's basically over. Like, even if Octavian didn't do what he did, which is looking very unlikely, it's over. Like, that's it, you're on BBC. Now, it's solidified in your name forever. If you don't already know, Octavian's ex-girlfriend called Emo Baby for real, still think that she needs to change that name, but we'll leave that for another day. She actually appeared in a documentary for the BBC called Music's Dirty Secret, which I believe had like women coming on there talking about like their experiences that they've had with people in the music industry and whatnot. And she was obviously in the segment about Octavian, and she decided to delve a lot deeper into the situation between her and Octavian and actually revealed some very troubling things about it. And I think I'm going to put a snippet of the video at the start of this, but if not, I'm still going to break down what she said. But you already know what you got to do. You just got to like, comment, subscribe to keep you up to date every time I drop a banger like this one. And hit that noty, because you're in an E, so you can be the first to know when one of these videos comes out. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So she went on the interview and basically began to talk about how her and Octavian met at a party. They vibed, they chilled, you know, all that good stuff. And then about like a year later, he was, you know, giving her the Charles Dickens. And then the next thing you know, he asked her to be his girl. And then basically everything seemed sweeter than Dandelion and Murdoch until Octavian's pullout game was a bit weak and she ended up getting pregnant. And basically Octavian didn't want her to have the baby, so she aborted it. And that seems to be the day when the abuse actually first began, which is very crazy. And when I read that, I was like, wow, like I think that story does make sense. Like, I feel like in a situation like that where you're talking about getting the child aborted, you know, tensions are obviously high and it's not a nice moment for anyone. So I could see why it would lead to that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not excusing the behavior. I'm saying I can understand that, you know, you could be arguing about that and then he would do that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes sense in that regard, if you get me. I am not saying that he was right to do that before you lot try and cancel me, cancel culture me on Twitter. No. But I'm not gonna lie, I did think he was a bit aggressive in that Bet song. He was nodding his head a bit too hard in that video, I'm gonna be honest, and saying stuff like I'll crack your neck. I'll crack your neck. I don't think I've ever heard anyone use that as a threat. That seemed a bit too, you know, specific for my liking. But anyway, we'll leave that. And she said she got notified by Octavian's team about her basically needing to sign a non-disclosure agreement for £20,000, 20 UK pounds.
I mean, like, 100,000 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch.
And that was basically in order to say, or to never say anything about what happened, and basically never bash Octavian, but to simply just not speak on the situation at all, to act as if everything's sweet in every interview, every post you do, you know, all that good stuff. And she clearly declined this and then got back together with him afterwards because he was talking about how he was going to change and how he was going to book counselling for them. So he basically weaseled his way back into her guts, I guess. And then, unfortunately, she appeared to suffer a lot more abuse. There was a lot more arguments, a lot more fights, a lot more of that toxicity in the relationship and abuse and just all of that negative stuff that's just so unfortunate and so horrible that people have to go through. And this was all until she finally decided to go public with it to stop him in his tracks. And personally, I think that that's all very crazy, and I definitely believe that this is something that would, you know, be done in this scenario. Like, labels always want to save face for their artists, and 20k really is nothing to a label. So it kind of makes perfect sense that that is how the whole situation would arouse. She was talking about how, like, the label was, you know, was allowing basically what Octavian was doing because he was a star, and they just wanted to continue to make him a star and continue to make money off him. And they knew that if that came out, then they would basically lose their cash cow. So they were trying every method to stop him. I think he's on the same label as J Hus as well. So they're basically like pushing out all the newest, all the biggest like UK stars. So also made an accompanying Instagram post to explain like why she did what she did and why she, you know, did the documentary and whatnot. The post is extremely long, so I'm not gonna like read all of it. It's basically like an essay, which it should be because this is a serious situation, but you know, just for try not make these videos too long, so I'll only read the bits of interest. I was going to say good bits, but that's probably a very poor choice given the scenario. So she said the reason I decided to release my story instead of signing any papers silencing me in exchange for money is because I realized I would never heal or be at peace, not being able to speak my truth and watching yet another abuser get away with their actions and go on to be celebrated and idolized. That is poor grammar. That sentence doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, emo baby, for real, but I'm gonna correct your grammar. I have to. That sentence is grammatically inaccurate, and it made me feel like I wasn't reading it right, but it's really you. It's your grammar. People need spelling and grammar. I'm gonna make a spelling and grammar class for everyone that needs to release a statement, because it's just ridiculous. No, I'm just playing. I'm going to make that though, but I'm just playing. She then said, I know many of you are waiting on an update on justice for my situation, and though Octavian is denying I've gone to the police, he knows fine well, as he's been given a police interview for several hours. Corona backlog is making things a bit longer. The police are gathering the last pieces of my evidence and witnesses too, and then I'm waiting for him to be charged. So as you can see, she's saying that she's gone to the police about the situation, and it looks like they are in quite a prime position to press charges on Octavian and perhaps arrest Octavian and, you know, take this to trial and you know, go about it the whole legal way and stuff. And yeah, it's just looking a bit peak for Octavian. In fact, I can't even call him that anymore. That's a cool name, and anyone who's an abuser doesn't deserve as cool of a name as that. So I'm revoking that nickname from you, Octavian. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. It's just not okay, man. You just can't be doing that, man. I just hope that everyone who watches my channel and everyone who follows me just make sure that in the future you know who you're dealing with and you take extreme precautions. Be careful about who you let into your space and who you give your energy to, and just don't ignore the red flags, I guess. But let me know what you think about this one in the comment section down below. Do you think that this was a good move for Emo for real, baby, and that she needs to encourage more people to speak out about their issues? Or do you think that she's lying and that Octavian is innocent and that he wouldn't hurt a fly? You let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subs. You already know what time it is. You can follow me on my IG at lit__. You can follow my personal at the only lit_ENT if you care about what I do and I'm not making these bangers for you. I post updates on Twitter as well, so you might as well follow me on there, because what else are you doing with your life? Absolutely nothing, mate. Stay black, and if you're not black, stay whatever race you are. Alright, bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing?